So welcome everyone, happy days are here again. We're back again with another tech review, this time looking at the Nintendo Switch Steering Wheel Pro Deluxe by Hori. It seems like it's been a while since I've done a Nintendo Switch gadget review, so I thought I'd bring you this one right here. So first thing out the gate, we need to point out the big differences here, because Hori, who supplied and manufactured these steering wheels, in fact did two. Not one, but two of these, right? So the first one here we have is the Pro Deluxe, which is basically the adult one. There is also a Pro steering wheel. You know, how confusing is the Pro in both the names, but it's simply just the Pro, not the Deluxe, which is actually one of the kids' steering wheels. It's much, much smaller, and basically, unless you're a child, you ain't going to get on with it very, very well. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, my goodness, look at the state of the box. It's all ripped and damaged already. Well, that's fundamentally because I was decided to be a bit of a cheapskate. So this bad boy retails at about £99. Amazon's been selling them brand new for £78. And I, being the cheap man I am, decided to buy a like new one with Prime delivery for just £57. Being cheap here, you get what you pay for. I'm nervous about unboxing it, seeing the state of it, but trust me, if it ain't in good condition, like new condition, this bad boy's going right back. I don't feel gaming steering wheels need that much of an explanation, but one of the nice things about this one is it does have customizable buttons, which means although it's for Mario Kart, you don't have to only use it with Mario Kart. One of the nice things about this one is that if you're playing Crash Team Racing or, dare I say, Sonic All-Star Racing, you can change the buttons to suit what you want, which I think is a massive selling feature of this particular steering wheel. Now, I already know it's not going to be as good as, the Logitech Mega Beasts out there with the force feedback and stuff like that, but that's not what this is designed for. And let's be honest, at this price point, I'm not expecting that. I'm just expecting it to feel, suitable, be responsive, and that's what I'm looking for out of this one. So let's get to it. Starting with the front of the box here, we got ourselves our lovely red Mario Kart in brazen steering wheel. We got some paddle gears here, which I assume they fire the shells and all that sort of stuff. We've obviously got the Mario Kart sort of logo in the middle. I wonder if that's a little pressy horn or not. We've got ourselves our buttons here, our home button, our screenshot button. So it's got all the key Nintendo Switch buttons nicely on it. It's also got ZL and ZR, and I'm racking my brain now thinking about Mario Kart and thinking about what those buttons do. I think one's power slide, one might be fire. I don't know, we're going to plug it in and give it a go anyway. Onto the side of the box, what have we got here on the side? So we've got ourselves the pedals here. Now I'm hoping they're good quality. I'm looking at them thinking they're plastic and thinking, oh, are they going to survive a serious Mario Kart session? Apparently they're quite good quality, but we'll have to be the judge of that one. Of course, we've got the brake and the accelerator and no clutch. That's because there ain't no clutch in Mario Kart. So like I said, this isn't like although it says a Pro Deluxe setup, it's clearly not a Pro steering wheel because it doesn't have a clutch. But for what we're looking for, for that arcade racing thing, we ain't going to need the clutch. To the back of the box, what have we got here? So firstly, we've got the Mega Deluxe sticky labels on there. Used, very good condition. It better had be. So I tell you now, it's going back. So having a look at some of the description here, we've got texturized rubber grip and programmable buttons. That programmable buttons is really, really important. We've obviously got the pedals, and that's like a footrest to help with the grip. Wheel-mounted pedal shifters to give you that pro sort of feel, I suspect. So what's included? We've got a steering wheel, foot pedals, a clamp. So the clamps to clamp it onto a desk if you want to do that. Screw, again, I think that's part of the clamp. 5 suction cups if you want to stick it to something. And of course, we've got the dreaded instructions. Produced by Hori. This is why I was willing to give it a go, to be honest with you, because I really like the Hori split black. I can't say it. Couldn't get my words out there. It's the Hori Split Pad Pro. Nice. On to the final side of the box, we've got a closer look at the back of the steering wheel here. We got DPLS, RS. Not sure what that is. I guess the instructions are going to give me a little bit more information about that. On the top of the box, we've just got the Nintendo Switch logo. And on the bottom of the box, we've got absolutely nothing. So, taking a look at the box, it's looking good so far. The only thing that's worrying me is looking at some of the state of the box. God, I hope it's in good condition when we open it up. So I think it's time to get to it. Let's get this bad boy open. Bit of a cheeky edit there. I've cut the seals. It's time to get this open. So let's turn it round. Let's get these little tabs open here. So I've already peeled them back. That was a nightmare nonetheless. So 2 tabs, get it open, get the top open. So got the carrying handle there. Next one open, it goes down like this, and we're immediately met with just everything rammed in as you'd expect, because no one cares about anything once returned. So let's get it out bit by bit and have a closer look at it and see if we're going to keep it. So first thing out the box, let's get the instructions. Clearly somebody really appreciated that. Oh my goodness. 8 pages? I don't think so. So let's have a quick look. Oh my goodness. So got all the instructions there. You can read it for yourselves if you like it. The control toggle switch. That must be what that was all about. Interesting. Let's flip it across. Doing the clamp. That DP. Directional pad. Yeah, clever. Left stick, right stick. Oh yeah, so you can change the directional button that's on the controller for, yeah, clever. So how to button function, how to enable, press item for 1 second, red on, press once. Okay, assign mode, assign for 3 seconds, flashes, press programmable button. Oh, look at the effort I'm going to look at these instructions, eh? Adjustable sensitivity. Oh yeah, that's quite important, because I think by default it's got 270-degree turn sensitivity. All this stuff I've read online says 180 would be better, so I'm gonna have to pay close attention to that. Adjustable Z zones, which is pretty cool. Reset back to default settings, probably gonna need to do a bit of that. And there we go, all into the other languages, which we don't need there. Let's see what comes out of the box next. Standing up and reaching across, we got ourselves a piece of cardboard. It's not really sure what's in there. Let's get it out and pull it out. Is it going to? No, it's going to need cutting. So let's get the old scissors on the go. Could have cut this to save you a bit of time, but I thought you'd rather listen to the sound of my voice as I cut this open. Interesting that it looks like this hasn't actually been opened, so it makes me think, has the controller actually been used, as they haven't even opened whatever this is. So what is this? Boom! It's the clamp. It's the clamp for the steering wheel. And what is this? It's it's the screw for the clamp. Oh, nice. So open that. Let's put that to one side, and let's grab something else. What's next in the Aladdin's cave of things to do with the steering wheel? So we've got a partially packaged brake. Ooh, we've got the pedals here, so let's get that plastic bag out the way. Here we go. Bit of chocolate there. That's never hurt anyone, has it? So, ooh, fairly stiff brake, slightly looser accelerator. Yeah, that sounds about right. Let's have a look at the connector on the end. Whoa, that is a connection I have not seen for a very long time. Reminds me a bit like a phone socket connection. I mean, can you believe that? Where on earth did Hori get hold of them from? I mean, that is retro. I mean, that's definitely recycling, taking use of all that sort of stuff. And here we go, extra grip, sticky rubberized pads on the bottom. So there we go, we've got ourselves the pedals. Nice, pretty good, pretty good. So with that in mind, let's put that to one side and let's get the main event out, the actual steering wheel. Right, let's reach inside and get ourselves the steering wheel out. It's the bit we've all been waiting for. There we go. It's the bit we've been waiting for here. Let's get it a bit more centralized so we can sit and enjoy it. Nice. Re-angled the camera to get a better view of the steering wheel, but before we do that, I thought I'd just check inside the box. You can see, obviously, from looking in there, can you get a good view? Yep, somebody's really looked after that box, you can tell. And obviously that was where the the pedals were meant to go, but did they bother putting it in there? Nah, just ram it in, yeah, ram it in. So the other thing that was inside there was the sticky feet. We got ourselves 5, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 sticky feet. Suction pads, so if you want to play with it in the shower or whatever, it's going to stick real good. Hopefully won't need to use those. Take a closer look at the steering wheel. You know, I'm reading your mind right now. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, is that an actual pressable button and a horn? No, it's not how I got in. I do know on just the Pro, the kids model, this actually does work as a little button, and it doesn't beep or nothing, but I think in Mario Kart it does the horn. So that, I mean, just because I'm an adult doesn't mean I can't enjoy that. Initial feeling of the controller, I must say the rubberized grips is pretty good. Ooh, yeah, there's some tension in that steering wheel. See, what I remember, when I was a little kid, my first steering wheel, you could just spin that bad boy around one way and the other way, and there was no resistance or anything, but there's actually a nice bit of resistance on that. The rubberized grip's pretty good. Plastic, a bit cheap on the top, a bit cheap on the bottom, but I do like the flat handlebar, the flat bottom of the steering wheel there. Does look pretty nice. How do the buttons feel? Yeah, quite clicky, not the highest of quality of buttons. Well, they're not, yeah, they're passable, they're all right. And what about the nice? I'm liking the paddle gearbox shifters. Nice. They feel a bit flimsy, but not like they're gonna break or anything. But if you're massively heavy-handed, I could suggest you break those. But you're gonna be delicate with this. You ain't gonna buy it to smash it all up about, are you? Turning it round and having a look at it from the other side. So there we got it from one side there, and then on the other side we've got two little indents there to make it look more like a car. So what have we got? USB connector, obviously that's going to need to go into the switch dock, and we've got a nicely wrapped cable. Looks like it hasn't really been unwrapped, has it? It possibly has, but whoever's done it has wrapped the cable up nicely again. Oh yeah, lovely, nice dirty marks on there. That's always a treat. Thanks for that. But I suppose that's why it's like new and not actually new. Last but not least, let's take a look at the bottom. So at the bottom, we've got ourselves our little gaps for our sticky pads, and then we've got all the details on the bottom. So it's fairly light. It's not light as in like super cheap plastically light. It is just a bit light in terms of what you'd expect from a bulky steering wheel, but I can't complain for £50 at the moment. Next step, let's get Mario Kart up, let's get it set up, and let's give it a go and show you what it's like. Boom, cheeky cut, and we're back. So it's all set up. Here it is, proof that it's there, and it's set up on the old Switch. So first thing I did is I factory reset it, and then I turned the degrees back to 180 from 270. So it's time to give it a go. So I thought I'd do a live gameplay footage here. We go Grand Prix. Let's go 100 cc's because I'm not feeling like a big man here. Good old Zelda. Hip, hip, hip. And in we go. Let's keep it basic, shall we? So first things I noticed about it is probably best with a table, but I'm going to play with it on my lap just for convenience of filming here. So I had a quick go before I started filming. Accelerate obviously works on the pedal, but you could also use the face buttons as well if you'd rather, but kind of defeats the point if you're going to do that. Here we go, Mario Kart Stadium. Also, we've got the two buttons that are on the actual grip, which is ZL and ZR, which are currently at the paddles as well. I personally found the paddles a bit more convenient than using the ones on the actual steering wheel. But let's see this in action. Let's go. It's way more responsive on 180 degrees than it is on it is on the 271. So let's give it a go, shall we? Get a bit of power slide as he goes round. Who's that? Donkey Kong up at front, clearly glitching, isn't he? How'd you like them poppies? So steering wheel feels very responsive on the 180 degrees. I much prefer it like that. The resistance on the steering wheel, which is good. Again, like I said, it's not as good as one with the drive force sensor like a Logitech or something like that. But the resistance is good. It's way better than like steering wheel I had when I was like 8 years old or something, where there was no resistance at all and you just span round. Like in the clicky paddle shifters here for using the nice try, whoever you were. Woo! So, I didn't know you could do that. Look at me learning still. I don't claim to be a Mario Kart pro, but I do enjoy a bit of Mario Kart. Oh, squid ink on the face, can't see what's going on. Hopefully if you're watching the screen you should be able to see the hue sync lights sinking behind. I mean, it's a nice little feature. I still use them all the time, I love them. Bit expensive, but if you can, why not? Going round, here we go. Leaving them all in the dust. And I know what you're saying it's because it's 100cc, it's going to be easy. Well, that's true, but this is just a little bit of a video just to enjoy. No, look out! Totally glitched. That was lucky. Ultra lucky. See, that was karma for me giving it the big I am, wasn't it? Look at that boomerang coming round. Here we go. Is it as good as playing it with a controller? Well, I'm better playing with the controller than I am with the steering wheel, but then again, I've only played a little bit with the steering wheel. But there is something more immersive about this. Kind of feels like, you know, when you're a kid and you're in the arcade and you put a pound in and you play like Drag Race or whatever it was. You got to use the steering wheel. Rubberized grips means you've got good grip on the steering wheel, but it does feel a bit like, I don't know, it gets your hands a bit sweaty. I don't know if that's just me, but it is nice. Feels solidly built. Probably be easier on a table with suction pads or the clip, but you know, I'm going a retro and using it on there on my old lap. And there we go. Look at the advantage I had. It was 100 cc's, you know, wasn't the highest difficulty. Bossed it out. Absolutely bossed it out. Me and Zelda, sorry, me and Link, let's not make that rookie mistake. Me and Link totally own that one. So what I'll do is I'll leave it there. Let's move the camera back so you can take another look at the steering wheel, and I'll give you my final thoughts. So what are my final thoughts on the Pro Deluxe steering wheel by Hori? So overall, I'm pretty impressed. It's pretty good. I think the build quality is good. Not great, not amazing, not poor, just good. I think the rubberized grip's a good idea. The plastic's a little bit cheap, but I suppose you get what you're paying for in that regard. The length of the USB cable from the steering wheel to the switch is good. However, I will say the length from the paddles to the steering wheel is it's a bit too short in my opinion. You know, if you've got a desk and you want to wrap the cable around and stuff, you're just not going to be able to do it. And because they've used the absolutely bizarre preferential clip at the end, it's not like you can get a USB extension and make it longer. I just think that was a really, really poor design choice there. In terms of the responsiveness of the steering wheel, I thought it was very responsive. I did like it. The internal resistance of the steering wheel I also thought was a good quality and gave you a good feel of it. Buttons, yeah, okay, they're not the greatest. Overall, I think for the price that I personally paid, you know, I think it's good value for money. In terms of that £70, I think you're starting to cusp onto the point, well, £78 I should say, you're starting to hit the cusp where it's a little bit too much. And certainly if you're paying £100 for it, I think you're paying a little bit too much. What I really did like, it was very easy to use. You plug it in, turn it to the left, turn it to the right, and it suddenly gets connected to the switch, which was perfect. I am aware that you can plug this into the PC and use it as well. You can't use it on the PlayStation or the Xbox, but that's no surprise there. You know, these steering wheel ones, they are very particular with that sort of thing. One of the best features by a country mile is your ability to assign different buttons to different buttons. I think that's absolutely fantastic. I think that's a great idea. I mean, for me, it makes it usable with everything. If I had more time and you had more inclination, I could show you me playing Crash Team Racing with this, and I bet you would not go anywhere near as smooth as Mario Kart. But, you know, it's something I am going to explore, I am going to play around with. Overall, yeah, I'm pretty impressed. It's not a proper review if I don't give you the thumbs up to try and figure out what I'm thinking. So overall, what do I give the Hori steering wheel? Well, I'm giving it 1.5 thumbs up. It's not quite 2-star. I mean, what would make it, 2 thumbs up would be a slightly better build quality on the plastic. But, you know, it's perfectly acceptable for the price point, I suppose. You know, what did my old man used to say? What is it? Champagne taste with cider money. You know, you get what you pay for in regards to that. It does add an immersion factor to Mario Kart. I did enjoy it. I'm very much looking forward to my missus having a go on it as well. She loves a bit of Mario Kart, so it'd be nice to see her reaction to it. Hopefully that answered all your questions. If you've got any more questions, please put them in the comment section below. I do read and reply to every single comment. You know, it shows me, you know, a lot of people do care about what I do because people are posting comments and asking questions, and I really do appreciate that. Remember to thumbs up the video if you enjoyed it, and if you absolutely must thumbs down it, please post a comment and give me some advice or some guidance on what I should be doing. You know, I'm new to YouTube, and I know I say that every single video, so eventually I'm not going to be new to YouTube. But in terms of the grand scheme of things, I'm relatively new to this game. I'm enjoying it. I'm having loads of fun. You know, any comments are much appreciated. Thumbs up the video if you liked it. A huge thank you to all my subscribers. You know, it means the absolute world to me to think that other people actually enjoy the content I'm putting out. And it's not just a personal project for me to enjoy, that other people do enjoy it as well. So with that in mind, I'll draw this review to a close. You look after yourself and take care of the people around you. And most of all, stay out of trouble.